Oop. Get this going. The game do be humming. Hello, Milo. You love control? Hello, Jubilant. Speaking of ads, I am going to click the button to turn off pre-rolls, so there might be more. Just give it a few minutes, and then I'll get started. Oh, that's funny. You two have the same color on the chat window on stream, but on my Twitch chat window, you have different colors. One of the few shooters you enjoyed. Well, I typically enjoy shooters. I do know that the game is supposed to be very, very interesting. I'll speak more on what I've heard after the ads have ended. You're pinkish in Twitch. It's probably because you don't have a color set, so it gives you a random color in every representation. So it'll change up randomly. So you're green on my Twitch window, you're orange on the stream preview, and you're pinkish on your end. You haven't gotten ads yet? Well, it says ad in progress. I don't know how this ads manager works. I'll be honest. It's so weird. I click the button. I don't even know if something's happening. Apparently not. Like, I wish it felt like it feels like the system's very weird. Well, in that case, so I've heard, I've had Control recommended a couple times. Oh, now you have ads. Why is it delayed? I clicked the button like 2 minutes ago. They ended? Oh, that's what you mean. You got the pre-roll. Okay, so is it that, so, is it because you got pre-roll ads that, is it because you got pre-roll ads that it didn't bother giving you the enforced ad? That's weird. Also, I wish pre-rolls were just 10-second ads, but I swear to God, I get like 2-minute pre-roll ads. Remedy Entertainment makes the best stories in gaming. Well, let me go look. Remedy Entertainment. Let me go see if there's anything of theirs that I know and recognize. Oh, they made the Max Payne series? Alan Wake I've heard good things about. I do own Alan Wake, and I do need to play it. I do plan on playing it at some point. Okay, I recognize Max Payne, I recognize Alan Wake, and of course I recognize Control. Thus no mid-ads in the first 30 minutes. I see, interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, so basically I've had this game recommended a couple of times. But when you have recommendations numbering in the hundreds, it's hard to, figure out which one to play at a time. Which is partially why I like doing this, asking people for games to stream and then streaming it for them. I think that's a fun way, because I think streaming is entertaining, first of all. But also, it's just a fun way to find games that people I know enjoy and finally experience them. It's a good motivator. But there is an addendum, there is an additional note that one of my favorite YouTubers, Jesse Cox, who is a lore hound in pretty much every game he's played, absolutely adores this game. So that's a pretty high mark for me. So I'll stop jabbering and I'm just gonna hit. Well, first of all, I'm gonna make sure subtitles are turned on if there are any options for subtitles. I should probably mute copyrighted music. That would probably be a smart thing to do. Is it an interface? Subtitles. I like subtitles. I like being able to read. It helps me comprehend what's being told. Oh, and then they're right there. SDR brightness until the left icon is not visible. The middle icon is barely visible. Is there a left icon? Oh yeah, there is. I'll put it at 60. I would read every single lore collectible I got. Got me into Jungian psychology. Interesting. I am wearing headphones. Ray tracing preset. I'm not gonna have ray tracing. I don't think it's necessary. This seems good. Starting the game. Press space while moving towards a nearby obstacle to climb onto it. Wow.
A warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here?
Okay.
Hello? Anyone here?
Doesn't seem to have too many performance issues, just a couple stutters when, like, I'm guessing trying to load or transition things. Hopefully it's not going to be consistent. I can probably turn something down if it is. But, yeah, hello? Hello? I don't want to go... There we go. I don't want to go through the metal detector. Prohibited items reminder. Certain objects are not allowed inside the bureau. Couldn't see the floor symbol? Interesting. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials, unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart, number 2 pencils, any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypical concept, e.g. rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your superior immediately. Okay. Oh. Interesting prohibited. There's nothing over here, right? You go back and look at the floor symbol at the entrance. This one? The Federal Bureau of Control, United States of America. Invideo Investigatio Imperium. Or is there another one close to the entrance? But I assume you mean this one. Anything in this desk? Yeah, that one. Well, yeah, it's loading. I'm running on it. I'm standing on the Eagle. Federal Bureau of Control. Let's go ahead and get past the metal detectors once more. I refuse to walk through them. They might go off. That would be very noisy. Hello?
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Takes place on Halloween, the year it was released. Okay, well now I gotta go double check when it was released. 2019. Okay, that puts... that... Let me just double check. Yeah, okay, that... Alright. Perspective. Noted. We are in 2019. Expenditure summary. Major, staffing, surveillance, blank, data center initiative, construction, blank, blank. Minor, office equipment, janitorial costs, blank, mold removal. That could be either headquarters or high quality livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5 for 5-year comparison charts, see page 9. Compiled by FBC Accounting Department by order of Director Zachariah Trench. Oh yeah, what's does the other one have a... No, didn't have anything inside. Okay. These are, I guess, film rolls. Head of Research, Dr. Casper Darling. He kind of looks like the Colonel. He kind of looks like the Colonel. Our Bureau at work. I love Dr. Darling. Director Zachariah Trench. Ah, he's the guy who shoots himself. Bathroom. Thing. Oh, nothing in here.
Federal Bureau of Control.
Yes, ma'am.
All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Can't break the glass to get in. I guess this actually kind of aligns with the no conceptual imagery. So things are just in plain white packaging with plain black text. No archetypical, yeah. So no branding. No branding on that. I imagine the coffee is probably similar if you can actually see it. The question is why? Security order. Federal Bureau of Control. Attention all blank. Blank, a shark in his. Although secure. Permission to. Following basic protocol. Shoot to kill. Good luck. Thank you. Wants to skip stream just to watch you play? It's your choice. flattered by the idea, though. Because I know you like keeping up the schedule. Hello, Federal Bureau of Control. Hello. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darley, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team. To executive team, sector staff, and admin, subject R4 reports to. Somebody's home.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, there's the janitor. Hello, sir.
Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin johan on helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
I don't make it when it happens. I would love to know your opinion of my favorite TV show, Threshold Kids. I'm gonna assume that's something in this game and not an actual TV show, because I don't recognize it. Okay. The elevator just opened. There's so many what floor signs. Well, give me a second. There could be stuff over here. Oh no, this is that just looped around. I see. Oh, well, I guess I already have my own cart.
The cell. And the
He did.
poster.
He did. I did
I
notice
was
that,
11 years
Jubilant.
old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
I was thinking about it, and then she kept thinking, so I was focused on that. And then I forgot to say something. But yeah, I did notice that he responded to the comment about nicest faced or.
Did I lose you there for a moment?
Yeah.
You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
That was a little awkward. That's kind of funny. Sticking her hand up. I guess I'm getting a gun soon. Because the game's trying to tease your second favorite character. I see. Things that are not looking good at the department. Why did you do that? Internal lockdown in effect, multiple containment breaches, multiple building shifts, head of research override, HRA protocol activated. Okay then. Remove control. Reminder, redrafting any public-facing material. While pending any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Word phrase to use in the service of his/her country. Regret, proud, pride will be remembered. Words/phrases to avoid. Alaska. Scissors, blood/plead, loss, apologies/sorry. Why Alaska? Alaska specifically. Hello. I just push it, but you just push it down. You silly goose. It's on a case in particular. Not a Oh, I'm gonna have way too much fun with this. I'm gonna have way too much fun just pushing things around like that. Okay, so it's because it was a case involved in Alaska. Alright, there we go. I have a shield! Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day for the rest of the week. I can't trust on Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. Okay, then. Willow's case. No. No. Give it back. Give it back. The game's pissed at me. Wow, it actually doesn't want to fall back over. I think the game's actually mad at me for doing that. I knocked it over one time, got it stuck around my character, and now it refuses to fall back over. I launch it into the air and it lands perfectly on its wheels. Alright, that's a sign. I don't get it. I don't get my shield anymore.
Shit.
Oh.
Shit.
Toggle map.
You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
I never said anything about that, girl. Yeah, chill. He traveled after getting shot. Be like this angle, right? Shit, maybe somebody else did shoot him. Maybe he didn't shoot himself. Alright, well, pick it up. She isn't talking to you? No.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Follow the board's instructions to complete the astral plane challenge. Okay. I see. Bubblegum slash Polaroid. That makes sense. Let's not jump right off. Oh, I jumped right off. Oh! Mighty force.
The same gun.
Oh! I see.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
True. Infinite ammo with cooldowns as a with boom. Get the feeling headshots aren't actually that worthwhile. Die. Oh hi. Enemies drop health elements from damage, collect health elements to restore. Okay, that's what that is.
Something's coming.
Hi, Trench.
This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
I think that answers your question.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Oh, okay. Service weapon. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object can only be bound by individuals seeking the role of blank. The object will determine whether blank, if rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the blank, though their criteria is unknown. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, blank, many forms throughout history, blank, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varunashtra, all weapons that blank of their wielders. Objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, and this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, blank. Oh, is this Darling's full presentation, or is it the same? No, it's a full one.
Can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control. Objects of power can...
There was... Huh. Sure. And... Sure. I think there was something else. So much as the search for the director, the responsibility, the privilege. This is what I was thinking of. Hiss Guard. Hiss corrupted security guard. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is the shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Check who ordered this document. Got it. The Hiss target individuals with combat training. Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat. These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file blank for full report. Dr. Jesse Fate. Compiled by Emily Pope, research specialist. Yeah, okay. I see why that's of note. I believe it's everything. Shut up. Damn. Thought that would work. I still don't have clearance? Bullshit.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guide us.
That's trippy.
Reach the hotline.
The hotline. Okay.
Oh wow, you take so much damage. I did not realize. Oh my god, dude. Ow, fuck. I presume by full thing. I assume by these things you mean the That little, like, trench hallucination. Is my guess. Oh, well, I don't know where it is. I had to try. You know, the hotline yet. Ignore / remember. Okay.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps.
Okay.
1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you for your attention.
Unfortunately, I can't refund this game because I got it for free. Executive meeting minutes. Agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. 2 executive staff from admin. Subject executive chat. You can't heal and slowly you'll die. I see. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's gonna be a habit I'll have to slowly break myself out of because I am more of a cautionary shooter, hiding behind cover and poking out. But we'll see let's see if I can get more aggressive as time passes. Ooh, hey, we found the shelter. Unfortunately, it looks like the shelter is compromised. Oh, it's just auto-closing. I thought something changed. Let me look around, because that looks like the path for... Oh, hey, there's something back here. Dinner reservations! Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. Okay. That is underlined, which stands out to me. Like, I should remember that for something else. Shelter was not progression. Oh, okay, well then I'll check it out now. Marshall, AWE investigations for Marshall's eyes only. Whoops. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find better a way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things, or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. Crazy. No, I am crazy. Yeah, I saw this. Cool. Oh, and then I guess I can just close it if I wanted to. Emergency supply storage. You know, I understand that the service weapon is supposed to be like the primordial object of power, but thoughts on the Federal Bureau of Control so far? It seems a little culty. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit culty. Really, I figured they were the ones whispering. I probably don't entirely understand what their objective is right now, so it's hard to say. What I was saying was, this might be the prime, object of power, but I think this, I think this wheeling desk is more powerful. Oh, hi. What the fuck? Fucked
The
up.
hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into
They
everything
title-covered.
in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious.
God damn it. Visitor evaluations. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How did you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem blank, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If the responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then blank immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious.
Burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain blank, informed by our own blank, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially blank in popular culture using Blank, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on blank, a pair of scissors that consume human blank through 2 punctures on the blank. These details living in the minds of so many have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children. They are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 4-93-6942 for full report. Mere urban legends? Weak. Yeah, pretty bottom rung of the ladder, you know. Not an urban nightmare. They only wish. Oh, I'll keep the radio on. I need something to drown out this incessant babbling. Hi. Binder, but the scissors. You talking about the prohibited items? Repeat the word, repeat the word, repeat the word. Egg cracks in the truth of an original copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. You are /happy. Approved terminology. Oh, that's Ranger second class philosophy. This is contagious.
Cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt.
Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Oh yeah, the building sure did shift, huh? Now we're restoring order.
Holy shit! You did it! We did it.
Hello?
Hello!
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Are you with us? With the Bureau?
Hi, Pope.
Are you still sane?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope. Emily Pope. Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
I love Pope. There's so much Yuri. Everybody loves good Yuri. Uma Musume really showed me that.
Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily.
Hello, Emily.
Look, somehow, this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Fair.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
I will say, I need to go, but please let me know what is your thoughts on Threshold Kids later on. I will try to remember. If you poke me about it, assuming I see it, if you poke me about it in like 3-4 hours to remind me, because I might just forget to say something, then I can. POV, you humanize your enemies now and find out they're your friends. I will say, small detail, but I imagine people probably said it before. I find it really cute how whenever she's referring to the spiral, I'm just gonna call it the spiral for now, you can like you get like a visual response, and you can kind of imagine them talking back in lieu of them actually speaking. She says something, the spiral shows up as if it's like affirming or saying something in response, and then concludes. I think that's neat. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the blank arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by blank detection of an unobstructed ping using the blank within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures, or blank, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be blank. Refer to File 7-25-2788 for full report. By order of Emily Pope, research specialist, compiled by Paula Brandt and Lorenzo Dunn, researchers. Where picks up on Jesse's concerns and calls someone interesting. I will, Milo. So, currently how I'm extrapolating things is that the Federal Bureau of Control discovered the oldest house and structured themselves around it in a manner to try and, well, control what seems to be a source of objects of power. That's currently what I'm extrapolating from being told. My brain is trying to theorize, even whenever given so little so early on, just because I know this is a game that thrives on theorizing. So, alright, let's see if we can do this. Did it work? No, they just faded.
It didn't work. The hiss.
The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. That is a pretty big distinction. These hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to File Blank for full report. Jesse Faden, compiled by Emily Pope.
Has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
That is unfortunate.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
It is interesting
I'm
that
gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
Definitely had something else in mind that I paused when they started talking, and that slipped my mind. The other thing that came to mind while they were talking about events and stuff, this is giving me the same vibes as like early SCP. Because I know SCP is kind of like really grown a lot. Too much, some might say. But the idea of a segregated organization that is cataloging and... Hello, Lily. That is cataloging and keeping tabs, controlling, covering up events that are not supposed to happen is very much early SCP vibes. Of course, that was more... this is directly inspired by SCP. That would make sense. Except this one seems to be more objects rather than specimens. Things that alter the world, and people use those things, and they might become warped themselves. Whereas SCP, obviously, you know, was more individual specimens that had an effect on the world as a result of existing. I was planning on talking to her. Regardless, I just wanted to get my yapping out of the way. Oh, that's a lot. Origin of the hiss.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal, then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
Oh, I think I was thinking of the fact that it's interesting how, being recognized as the director without any sort of prompting. Like, as far as we know, we have only just become the director because the service weapon accepted us, but they're acting as if it was always the case. Or at least has been for a minute.
What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it,
oh, they
you
changed.
don't. Which is perfect
Okay.
for us. The work we do here
Interesting.
is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost?
I would not have
Haunting me?
recognized that they like changed.
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
That was a lot of words.
Got it.
Got it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
My hunch is he knew something was happening, but couldn't determine what, or perhaps was incapable of speaking more on it in
Thanks,
some
Emily.
manner.
I'm sure I'll
The
have
fact
more
that it's
questions.
frequency based is
Just let
very
me know.
interesting. Spend weeks talking with Emily. I believe it. Oh yeah, I should look at my odds. See if there's anything else that's neat. Health boost, health recovery per element pickup. Okay, well that one's just worse. Delete it. But this one. Oh, I have nothing there. Assets. Oh, I do not have a clearance level. I thought this was correlated for some reason. Undefined reading, hidden trend, house memory, and my missions. Wait, what was that? Hold up. What was that? I looked at that for 3 seconds. Board countermeasures. Okay, then. Portrait of Director Zachariah Trench. The only person you should fail is yourself.
Reminder: if you experience
Okay, that's the recording. Equip the health recovery thingy, it's useful. I don't know. I kind of want to stick with health. For now. We'll see how I feel about that later. Plus, my health recovery is a rare, which means it's got to be better, right? Okay, that was right. Okay, it was this. That's what was shimmering. Executive affairs. Cafeteria. Dead letters. That's nice. The extra healing is better early game than the more health in general. Well, for now, I'm gonna stick with my health because I think taking less damage or being able to take more hits is gonna be better while I'm trying to adapt to a new system of gameplay. Accuracy boost.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Accuracy boost. Do I want that back more than reload speed? Honestly, yeah, I do. Let me push it. Asshole. Jerk! You are here. Oh shit, there's supposed to be ads in like a minute, so I'll hold up in the boardroom, let them run. Mostly to get out of the droning. Mostly just to get out of the droning. Hello. I love how absolutely monotone his face is. Is that really how you're supposed to hold those guns? I guess I could believe it. It just seems so weird. Yeah, okay. No, I believe it. Okay. That should be starting. Bear back. Okay, I'm back. That should be ending in a bit. Okay. That should be ads done. I'm back. I have a cat on my lap. She's decided to come say hi. Alright. Now let's get into the shindig. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, I noticed something. Yeah, like it like forms itself together when you like enter an area with it. That's neat. That's neat. His chance sucks as someone with audio mimicking due to ADHD. Yeah, I can imagine. Hi. Were you the agent that I gunned down? Oh, maybe not. Oh, hi. Loot! Correspondence, travel costs, summary, visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleep E, Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Expenditures, accommodation, $831.29, meals, $714.84, gasoline, $295.12, mini bar, asterisk. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. $313.61. You spent more on little whiskeys than gas. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. Okay. Energy boost. What's that? Okay, that doesn't tell me shit. Nostalgia department. This place is beautiful. Beautiful. I could live in the oldest house.
Yes, it's overpowering here.
Oh, it's just a shiny light.
No format.
Most assets are weapon upgrade materials. Makes sense. Hiss barrier. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. 1. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. 2. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file blank for full report. Compiled by Emma Pope by order of Director Jesse Faden. There's apparently something up there. Unfortunately, Jesse does not have hops. Yo! I'm so good. Never mind, she does got hops. I'm so good at this game. Thoughts on the Hiss so far? Interesting. overall, just the idea that it's definitely going to be very, like, everything based on frequencies and such is very fascinating. Silly. What can I say, Lily? You had to get it from somewhere. Unstable area notice. Please be aware, due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart. Green, stable. Yellow, low possibility of unanticipated building shifts. Orange, high likelihood of unanticipated building shifts. Red, frequent unanticipated building shifts. Okay. Dead letters. Machine God. I had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator, and the coils from my toaster, and the fans, plus the timing belt for my car's engine, and the wheels for my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body. Like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Fair enough. You know what? I understand, man. I just broke a whole shit ton of stuff. You have loot. It is also so fucking dark. I cannot see anything. Dead Letters is a department to check letters for potential paranatural encounters and also see what people think about the paranatural world. I see. Makes sense. Having a department specifically to stay in touch with kind of the outside world's connection with your thing. Federal Bureau of Control. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows in my mouth into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. Still fur in my mouth. God damn it, Minerva. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. To Trench from Bartwell. Department approval. Forgot this one was right here. Yeah. It's kind of funny timing. Hello? I didn't do it. That wasn't me. Dead Letters is your favorite subsector? Anybody else want a tango? No? I've got my shield. Sounds like somebody else wants to tango. But I'm currently still figuring out how to discern like enemy cries from just the general chanting and ambient noise. Unless that's just never something that you really get to discern because of the nature of the thing. Music is the biggest hint. That makes sense. If I cleanse the control point, I'm gonna lose my shield. 1 second, I'll investigate this room and then I'll cleanse it.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Darling's actor is the VA for Alan Wake. So you're saying that Darling is also did the silly dance? Which is the only thing I know about Alan Wake 2, by the way. Is the fact that they had a whole dance number for an award show. With a really good song, by the way. That song is a banger. No, he's not the body actor? Okay, fair enough. I still don't have any clearance level. This is cringe. I'm literally the director. Ooh, I can fast travel. Hell yeah. Darling does dance in this game? Fuck yeah. I hope it's silly and goofy, just like the Alan Wake dance it was. Book Club! Penny! Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading! Very fuck yeah. Alright, I gotta look up this book. Unless You. J.D. Brooks. Damn, it's not real. I was actually 100% expecting it to be real. I'm not gonna lie. I actually thought it would be real. Oh well. That is a very unsettling TV show. Together. Stares at the camera silently. To whom it may concern, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand it. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. James Bartholomew. Aw, these ones are barred. Man. I'm gonna walk through the fucking door like a... I can't think of a funny word. Damn it. Okay, it looks like there's nothing else to find in here. So, let's keep it moving. I'm in this room, right?
Communications. We're on the right track.
I think I did. Communications department. Always check the bathrooms. You never know what might be in the bathrooms. There's always useful stuff in bathrooms, except for this one. This one's a bad bathroom. Welcome to the comms department. Let's say hi and welcome to some new people in the oldest house. Lukosi, Anne-Marie, Timu, Ari, Arhi. The janitor was Adi, I think. Your first aiders are Chung, Peyton, Pearson, Benton, Almaden, Snyder, Colin, Gear, Hasselbach, Lippert. Go bring some dogs to the office unless they have allergies. There's the book club. You could, like, barely read the book club. Enjoy literature / wine / intellectual conversation. Then join Bartwell's Bureau Book Club. We meet in the Dead Letter Archives every Thursday after work for stimulating debates on books from a plethora of genres. If you're a curious bookworm, speak with Penny Bartwell to learn more. Reminder, all staff, food left in the refrigerator. Food left in the refrigerator in containment break room 3B has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. Acoustic guitar. Turns out it's pretty hard. If interested, see Greg in maintenance. Spinning out of control? Yes. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. That's fucked. That's fucked up. Do I get footprints? No. Okay. Thunk. Poor guy. Hello? Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons here. That's the Threshold Kids. What I want is this. Book Club Samson. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech, and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dog fight between those two ace pilots, signed me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched to his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. Good commentary, game. His death didn't feel necessary at all. That's very funny. I refuse to believe that was not intentional. And they did that because... That's the same guy? Wait. Literally? Okay, hang on. Is there a name tag? Or are people just like put together that it's the same guy? No, this doesn't look like there's a name tag. So people just concluded that it's that they're figured out through other means that it's Samson. Might be a name tag. I'm not seeing one. There might be under something. But that's very funny. That's very funny.
An object of power. Looks like the hiss latched onto it. We need to target.
You get fucking brained by a mail cylinder. Say hello to a floppy disk. Man, what a coincidence. I just watched a video the other day about somebody playing Factorio on floppy disks. Can't get me now. This is useless. Yeah, who needs to crouch if I just run everywhere? Now I'm too far up. Look at the hiss circles around the disc. I'm not sure what I'm looking for. I see the interactable, but I assume I gotta get up there. Yep, 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 yep. Mostly in presentation, the spiral has more edges to it. The spiral looks more like, the spiral makes me think of broken glass when it shows up. It makes it look like a reflection going across a bunch of shards of glass in a spiral. This looks like a gas. It's time to stop. It's a Mandela. The floppy disk nuke can be bound to gain launch telekinesis. Teach us to believe, Director.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Ah, I see. And that's why I have energy. I'm gonna beam somebody with his fucking rock. I could not beam somebody with the rock. That makes me very sad. Ooh! Fucking nailed him. Excuse you! His nose is burrowing into our astral plane / secret base. We must stop mute them, Director. Yeah, everything being based around sound and frequencies is very, very interesting. Mute them? The floppy disk is now bound / delivered. Oh, the Hiss antagonist is seeking our astral plane.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the Hiss.
Or it's interesting because it seems to break the fourth wall, but I think it's doing it accidentally. I wonder. You? Hiss Ranger, Hiss Corrupted Ranger. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss Corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training that Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. It's an alien intelligence trying to communicate with humans and uses gaming terms to try and get concepts across without being aware they're in a game. That is an interesting thought. Hiss Demolition Expert. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track blank entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict the usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. That's just a Juby theory, though. Juby theories are good theories.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Juby is a smart cookie. Excuse me. Loot! That's not the interact button. Don't mind me, I'm just destroying half of this mailroom because I have pressed the wrong button. My bad, guys. My bad. I hope nobody's important letters were in there. Okay, looks like there's nothing else in here. Excuse me. The director pays for repair. Wait, no. No. I don't think we need that. I don't think we need to pay for shit. It'll fix itself. It's a weird dimensional space. It'll fix itself, right? Right? Yeah. That's definitely what's gonna happen. Tamazi, Willow, AWE outcome. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to blank. It's the trunk of Yggdrasil, possibly. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring blank and blank for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tamazi out. Hell yeah, Tamazi. Good work. Gotta keep the public in the dark. Like, actually, it's probably for the best in this case. No room is that way. What's up the stairs then? I see blood. That requires clearance level. Wait, does it show up on my map? Well, oh, that doesn't require clearance level. He died in the dark, so you could live in the light. Marshal, lockdown distinctions. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted by the directorial override and maintenance once the director is satisfied with that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? Think you got clearance? I can check. It's under assets. I do not have clearance level yet. Not yet. Still no clearance for the literal director. That doesn't look safe. Okay, it's not safe. I'll come back later. There's loot there, though. What's in here? Oh, goddammit. It was bad. It was bad. All my launch attempts failed. Fucked up horrifically. There's no protocol for field promotion to director in a crisis. Melee launch damage enemy shields. Yeah, I was trying to do the launch. I don't think it's melee, but I probably should be thinking more melee. Got the job done though. Didn't die. So, all good. Data breach. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are the confirmed identities of these users. Patrick Stroisens, Rubens Nogueira, Arto Ulamaki, Christopher Mills Bowling, Jaco Saranen. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. Melee stuns a bit? Okay. I mean, I've got like the period of time where I've got to adapt and shift to how this game wants to be played and what feels good and right. So, you know, it's all learning. Didn't think there's anything else in here. Office rules of conduct. Speak in moderate volume. No personal calls. No food or drink around bureau documents or in the copy room. No using the photocopier for personal projects or the 3D printer or the bureau stationery. Wear access badge at all times. No discussing confidential projects out loud. The one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. The most important rule. If there is a public coffee pot, the one who finished it has to brew the next one. It's just basic courtesy. Hello? Oh, hey! Speaking of clearance level. Now I have a clearance level.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many.
Yeah, more analog makes sense for.
Hauntings,
Yeah.
voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy. Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Lincoln for last. I was in room 47. The program insisted I take the manager explained that back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have.
Oh, by the bureau? I see.
Had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below him. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. Oh, there you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
So I imagine it's to serve a similar purpose to the dead letters of basically having an organic way of people telling their strange and bizarre stories, so that, like, an indirect way of getting reports in. Of course, it's sifting through all the bullshit, but I imagine in an environment like this, that's like just something you just accept as a reality. And looking for paranormal, you're gonna have to deal with millions more bullshit. Turn the radio on. That makes sense. And yeah, it serves the same purpose as the dead letters. The bed might be a legit altered item. It's possible. claim. So this one wasn't messed up. Most radios don't work right now because copyright. Ah, that's why they're silent. Oh hey, I have clearance level 1 again. I have clearance level 1 again. I have 2 clearance level 1s. That should give me clearance level 2, right? Because 1 plus 1 equals 2. It's just basic math. Hello? Hello? It's so dark. I need a flashlight. Clearance 1 to the first. Yes, exactly. You see the picture. One to the first. That's so funny. Alright. Open up. I'm in the mail room. Hi.
They can fly now.
They can fly now. Cool. Spread, please. Hiss elevated. Hiss elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording and parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Refer to file blank for full reward.
I have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
How the Hiss have access to launch despite you binding it perplexes me still to this day. Somehow they seem to store the object of power's effects, which shouldn't work as we understand OOPs in the astral plane, but here we are. I don't know. It's all resonance and frequency bases, so, you know, using the same idea of, you know, radio waves and stuff. Just because you have control of the radio tower doesn't mean that the broadcast can't be utilized. So, I think so long as the object of power, in this case a floppy disk, is in existence, it can be utilized by people who can read the frequency. And if the Hiss have accessed it once before, then they probably have an easier time, you know, re-accessing it. Okay. Oh no, this was the right way. That was the case, they'd be in the astral plane right now instead. That's just my thought, from how I'm understanding it. Instead of searching for more OOPs. So, like I said, I'm very much fixated on the whole concept of frequencies, waveforms, broadcasting, because that's everywhere already. I mean, they were talking about muting the hiss. If the astral plane... I did? Did I go past the chest? Oh, I did! You're right, Lily. Thank you. So... the ways I sees it... the ways I can, like, kind of think about it to potentially... to give an explanation that makes sense to me right now as I understand things. An object of power is broadcasting its own frequency. And if they've touched that object of power, they know that frequency. It's kind of like a ciphered radio broadcast or an encrypted radio broadcast. Once you figure out the right frequency to crack the encryption, then you can access all future radio frequencies because you know the encryption. You know how to decode the incoming transmission to get what it's trying to transmit. So that's how I am kind of internalizing, because more opinions than I just feel understand. Yeah. That's how I'm kind of internalizing the idea of objects of powers and like the transference of abilities. Even if we have taken the floppy disk and rebound it, so it should be under control, the hiss still have their frequency, so they can still utilize it. And of course, this is also not to say that maybe some hiss already had that ability before we bound it, so it doesn't matter. They still have that thing. They're still corrupted with it. That's also a possibility. But as for the astral plane, first of all, it's saying astral plane, so it implies a place, another place of being. And in this case, it is... if everything is based on frequency and waveforms and transmissions, it is significantly easier to block something out from a location by simply transmitting a counteracting waveform. It's why, I think of this back in choir, how the reason why you want everybody to be on the same harmony is that whenever everybody is on the same pitch, the same basic sound wave, it enhances and emboldens the singing, what is being said, because everybody is harmonizing with each other, and instead of the sounds clashing, it builds on top of each other. Whereas the opposite happens if somebody is incredibly out of tune, then it will clash with the whole sound as a whole and make it weaker and make it quieter. So if the idea is that they are protecting the astral plane, they could be broadcasting sounds, transmissions, etc. to clash with the hiss to keep them out. Which would also bring a light why the hotline is important, because it is a direct feed. It is not a transmission. It would be a direct feed from point A to point B. So it is a core piece of a core connection that is far harder to interfere with or utilize without directly interfacing with said object of power. As well as why, presumably beforehand, it's entirely possible it'll keep going, that we are only getting snippets and pieces, brief little things during important moments, like the bindings. We only get little bits of trench, because I presume that we're getting trench communication because the service weapon has some of his memories, which is probably connected to the board, which is like, it's intersporadic because it can't transmit a long-form communication to us without making itself vulnerable to the hiss. Is how I'm interpreting things as is, having played only 2 hours of this game.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Also, that kind of gives a reason for Havana syndrome. Havana syndrome. I didn't know this was a thing. Havana syndrome, also known as anomalous health incidence, is a disputed medical condition. Starting in 2016 in about a dozen overseas locations, U.S. and Canadian government officials and their families reported symptoms associated with a perceived localized loud sound. The symptoms lasted for months and included disabling cognitive problems, balance problems, dizziness, insomnia, and headaches. Havana syndrome is not recognized as a disease by the medical community. Interesting. Causes not determined. Mass psychogenic illness proposed, named after Havana. Interesting. Havana Onana. Also, the idea that a sonic weapon is yeah, sound waves and frequencies seem to be extremely important. Alberto Tomasi. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed.
Tomasi, head of comms. The hiss got him.
Yep. Butte summary. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at blank blank, which had been connected to a total of blank disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house blank days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident. That's freaky. Hotline chamber.
The hotline can't be far now.
Surely not. We're literally following a sign that says hotline chamber. It can't be far. Loot! Hotline security log. All visitors must check in. Director Trench, 819-245. Trench, 826. Bill Everett, custodian. Trench, Bill Everett, Trench, Everett, Trench, Everett. Carol Bishop. Does that mean we gotta check in? I'm not going through the metal detector. I refuse.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with a black pyramid.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, is there something? No, I was just standing on the edge of spikes. Rule of 3. Oh, do I have to kill Tomasi again? Okay, no, I don't. I went through the metal detector. I'm so sad. Oh, did I miss this the first time? According to the testimony, the agents have been transported. Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait a second. Ads are gonna start, so I'll read this when we get back from this. Read the sign by the cord. I will when we get back. Oopsies. All right. Be right back. There we go. I pressed enter, not plus. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-01. The key opened the door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, blank light cords have been found in the oldest house located in the blank and blank sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is blank, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a blank. See Dr. Darling Presentation 24.3 for more details. Okay. So going back and reading the sign. Got it. Catalyst light switch. The law of 3 applies.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them. Like something recognized from a dream.
Hello? Anyone here?
The key has a black pyramid on it.
Oh, so okay, so that I couldn't even open that door if I tried to. I intentionally skipped it because I was like, that's probably where we're supposed to go. No? Rule of 3. Hotline Seashell is a transmitter bridge, which can call the board long distance. Can call the long distance. Oh, 1 second. Oh, banned. Deleted. Overall Finisher, yeah. What a good name. Those look dangerous. The hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. Well, that's good. I have a feeling that the extra-dimensional entity doesn't really want to contact me. Well done, dial director. Hotline collectibles menu. Expect compulsive weekly calls.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
That's not reliable because Trench, that one letter implied Trench is very suspicious.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
That would make sense.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do.
Oh, this
Some even
more.
better.
I know this is part we've
They
seen
have
before.
proven themselves.
Oh no, this does have more.
Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmore hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family. All dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess. The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Is there an Ocean View in Alan Wake? Or something similar?
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago.
This must be before all the paranoia was setting in.
Studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Name of the game. Wow. One more. We expect independence/dependence. You are authority/chosen. Bureau/game needs you. That feels too pointed to imply that they don't know they're breaking the fourth wall. I think all of these were listened to. This one? Yeah. Oops, that's not the one I meant to pick. That's not what I meant to push. Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Object is a 1960s era red backlight telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs blank. The object allows the director to communicate with the blank. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal blank. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Background. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including blank and blank, but its origin remains unknown. Did I actually read this? I don't think I did. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. The object is currently bound to blank for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in blank by agents blank and blank with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to blank missiles, believed to be reserved for use against blank. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant and the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
I imagine I probably need to be at a control point in order to fast travel between them. Is there a way to change sprint? Keyboard sprint mode. Hold, please. Thank you. I prefer hold sprint rather than toggle. Let's travel back to Central Executive. Change my outfit. Tactical response. Astral dive. urban response. I'm just gonna keep it default. But interesting. What's in here? A holding cell for a jukebox. It'd be nice to see clearance doors on the map.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
Sorry, I didn't mean to walk into that room to begin with, but then they started talking, so I had to listen to them talk. Launch efficiency. There she is. Shifted bathroom complaint. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. Honestly, so fair. Loot. Give me loot. Turn the radio on. Doesn't work, but it's always nice. Technological restrictions. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any blank signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural blank for the oldest house to blank them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the blank to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Blank agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Casper Darling, Carla Vaughn, and Hubert Tan. That explains why they're prohibited, why smart devices are prohibited. Because you'll just blow up. That's clearance level 4. Undefined. Trench, Bureau funding. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget, so long as we operate within the oldest house. Are the two other people in the Darling videos? Ah, that makes sense. We are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench. Bloodstain's still here. His body's not. I wonder who that is. That looks like Trench. I doubt it's Northmore. Because I imagine Northmore would be older than Trench. That might be Northmore, or these two might be Northmore and Trench. That could be an older... Oh! That's probably Trench Northmore, and then this is the changing of hands, Northmore Trench. One of these is a NASA joint thing. The Bureau. Oh! Wow! How things change. Agent death notification. I regret to inform you, dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I'm honored to tell you that he died in the service of his country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against her enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications, Federal Bureau of Control. Opinions on the board? I don't know how to have an opinion on the board, because the board is such a thing. An entity. Director Jesse Faden. Like... The board is flat. The board is actually a pyramid. Let's get to Emily. I'll stop wandering the endless hallways. Oh wait, hang on. Gimme. Initial impressions. Summary. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I have dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Ms. Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss-corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss, more work to be done. By order of Jesse Faden. Alright, Emily, let's chat.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that in the Hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests. I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Or ability points. Upgrade and unlock new abilities from the nearest
Do
control
you hear
point.
that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from? Hi, Jesse.
Oh, you don't have anything new.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure
Hi,
I'll have
Jesse.
more questions
Thanks,
soon.
Emily.
Just let me know. These readings are...
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Incantation, as she calls it.
You mean like in person?
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's...
Ooh, okay. Hmm. Ah, almost. I think I'm gonna be safe and I'm gonna get health upgrades. It gives me a weapon form slot.
trying to get us killed.
Astral constructs. Construct shattered. Huh. Threshold remnant. Oh, okay. Okay. Jubilant, I'm gonna need you to save me from making a terrible decision. Are these countermeasures, like, is there a finite number of countermeasures, or do these constantly crop up? I need to know this before I get the mentality of I'll do all the countermeasures before realizing that they are infinite and they will just keep respawning. Kill enemies with the service weapon in spin mode. I don't have spin mode, I don't think. Kill hiss rangers. Pierce mode. Kill enemies in the executive sector. Oh, you can only accept so many. And they delete. Okay, so you can only have 3. And considering when I hit abandon on that one, it just deleted it and put a new one in. It makes me think that they're infinite. Well, I guess I'll go get Shatter. They're infinite minor tasks? Okay. That's what it meant. I unlocked a weapon form slot, so... Okay, I see. So I have a shotgun and now a pistol. Projectile spread. Yeah. %, doesn't seem like enough. I can get 2 launches right now before I basically run out of energy, but 8% doesn't seem like enough to make it 3. Maybe with an upgrade I would be able to. Let me go back to here so that I can get rid of energy gain from headshots. Oh, okay, I see. I'm just deconstructing duplicates right now, but I'll keep everything else in case I want to use it later. Okay. Just the mechatronics. Keyboards. Each completed combination. And you heard singing near the elevator.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
Pony. Beware of named enemies. They are more resilient to damage, tend to have more armor, and their attacks can be devastating.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
Could be. Could be. Clearance level 2. Who needs clearance when you can just blow your way in? Book Club Lopez. Unless You. Review by Captain Lopez. These days, most young adult novels intertwine the coming-of-age story with either a contrived dystopian setting or a tragic romance. Unless You manage to do both. In the story, the protagonist and her love interest search for a cure to a virus called the Fix, which is simultaneously killing her and spreading across the whole world. To find the cure, they go on expeditions into dangerous, uncharted territories. The people all live in walled cities now because dystopian future, and along the way, they just have to fall in love. I liked how we never got to know if the Fix was ever actually fixed. The ending was bold, especially for a young adult. The main character succumbs to the Fix when she's so close to the cure, and commands her love interest to go on and save the world. She knows this is the end for her, but that the job can still get done. She dies out in the unknown, alone and surrounded by danger, but never loses sight of the goal. It's a good soldier's death. I give this book 3 out of 5. I feel most of the teenage angst is a little lost on me, but I'd recommend it to my brother's kids. Okay. I don't know if I would. Sounds like a messy book. Am I allowed to send Wikipedia links in chat, or is that going to get flagged by anything? I'm going to be so real with you, I don't know. I don't think so. Reread the other book club thing? Favorite car killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder sandwich just. That was a little vague. I'm uncertain what I'm looking for here. Oh shit. Huh. They are noticeably different. Huh. Because this is more Star Wars coded. With this is more Star Wars coded with, like, you know, Federation resistance. Ati, the water god in Finnish mythology. Kalevala is referred to the name Atto in order not confusing with a separate character. Ati is King of the Sea, King of the Water. Huh. Interesting. A janitor being king of the and janitor being a water god. It's very interesting. That is interesting. I would not have pieced that together. I would have assumed that it's two people taking, like, different parts of the book. Like, taking away different parts of the book. Because, like, in theory, both of them could exist, but the fact that they, like, harp on their specific points so much does imply that, does give the strong impression that the main focus of the book drastically changed between Lopez and Samson. That is interesting, huh?
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Ooh, that's cool. Stiff real easy. That makes the shatter fire all its shots in a line. Oh, so it just becomes a plasma cutter from Dead Space. Ooh. So I saw that. Damn. It's not better. I was hoping it was better. It becomes the Dead Space, or the plasma cutter in Dead Space. Other way? Oh, like it's a rail. Oh. Oh, that's evil. That's evil. Evil in a good way, but that's evil. A shotgun that becomes a burst fire rifle. Okay, yeah, I understand now. That is brutal, but also I kind of dig it. Upgrade grip. Ah. I see. So mods. I don't have threshold remnant, so I can't do that. Board countermeasures. I did it. Give me my random common mod. Kill enemies without dying. That's a good. That's probably a smart one to do. So yeah, countermeasures are something. Grip gets a unique mod that makes it have infinite ammo as long as you hit an enemy. Ah, so it's bad for me. It's bad for me specifically because I can't aim. I can't do that. I have too much pride. I have too much pride. Prideful skating. Yep. Too much pride, are you magic bullet? Yep. I also shoot the people I love. Oh. Threshold remnant. Hang on. Hang on. Up. Shoot your allies, yep. Damn it, I don't have enough source. Fuck. Alright, this one. Construct spin. Has a generous magazine and a high rate of fire, best using controlled burst. Ah, so it's an automatic rifle. Got it. Got it. I understand. I'll kill his rangers. And now his guards. Cool. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I don't typically like using assist options in games. I'm never going to like bash them. For good lord, no. Yeah. Fucking play games however you want. I don't give a fuck. But like I definitely have a prideful side that's like if I used an assist option like that, I'll be like, I don't know if I really like enjoy what Mama think about the game so far. I'm enjoying it so far. I am enjoying the shooting aspect quite a bit, and I am engaged with the lore so far, trying to theorize, trying to think about what's going on. Obviously, I only have so much to go off of because it's still pretty early, I would say, but it's fun to theorize with what you got, and then just kind of go with the flow.
What's down that way?
That's a good question. Really? Wait. Missions. I like destruction. Now, boom, that's my favorite Aeon. It's not, actually. Excuse you. Stop it! I got baited. I got hella baited. My favorite Aeon's actually X.
This place makes me nauseous. An object of power. How do you think it got down here? A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
The horse choo-choo allows you to escape yourself. Oh, that was so fast. Damn. Ooh, okay, I see. My ass is so not you gonna use this well, by the way. Gold enemies are immune to Jesse's attacks. Yeah? Alright. To safely avoid their attacks. You and the horse are now bound, friends for life. Friends for life!
Let's see the Hess keep up with me now.
Okay, well that gave me a bunch of stuff. Threshold remnant. That one. New one's here. Ammo refund. Dupes there. Case files. Merry-go-round horse. Objects should be kept in a confined space when unbound. A fiberglass horse once used as a seat for a merry-go-round ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speeds. This can be quite dangerous when blank its path. The object is currently bound by blank. The object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local blank reported that the rides would move on their own and that they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, see America Overnight, episode 235, agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local blank were found dead at the scene. The object attacked agent blank by blank. Agents invoked formula C5 to blank the object long enough to blank. I see. I see. Right! God damn it. I fell for it again. Oh, hey, loot. Cool. There you go, Lily. Are you happy? Are you happy, Lily?
Drawing the pyramid. The what? The pyramid. What's a pyramid? The Black Pyramid. It's It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it? It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that white and never find your way back home.
I miss my home.
Okay, well, that was good timing. We'll dwell on that. Ads are hitting soon, so I'm gonna go make a sandwich. Be right back after the ads. Okay. Sandwich obtained. Back to it. Now we can go say hi to Ati. See what he's got to say. Nearest lever 2. That's a poster. That is not a window. Ah! There's Luke. Hi!
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ati here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ati. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, yes. Easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
Yeah. You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, that this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ati.
Okay. That was actually perfectly enough time for me to eat my sandwich.
Yep.
Yep. That's the one we just watched.
Burn the trash. Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer, not into a moose.
That definitely makes sense.
Oh, it's time for a coffee break.
You're gonna hop off Jubilant? Alright. I mean, I can probably stop here then. This seems like a good stopping point if you're hopping out. Just got clearance level 2. Get ready to do pretty much the maintenance sector next time.
Oh. Yep. Now I have an assistant.
So happy. Well, that was an accident. I kind of didn't realize that would explode like that, but oops. This is one of those games I probably need to save at the control point, don't I? Which would be... Yeah, I gotta go back through. Hi, Toasty. Somewhat ill timing. I was thinking of stopping since Jubilant had to head off. I was just backtracking to the control point. Because I think that's probably how I have to like save basically. Or at least have it recognize as saving. I could get more health. Actually, I think I'll get more energy. Well, I'll just get all the top line 1 stuff since I wanted to get more energy, more launch damage. Then, yeah. This seems good. Let's see if there's anything to make. Can we upgrade? We can upgrade. Cool. We did the upgrade. Astral Blip. Now we can get uncommon mods. And we don't have any board measures to take. Cool. So does that, if I hit quit to menu, you will appear in last checkpoint. I'm just gonna interact with this again just to make sure. I see the saving icon in the bottom right. Okay. Yep. I'll probably continue more Monday. And by probably, I mean that's very likely going to be what happens. Continue more on Monday. Unless Jubilant can't watch, in which case it'll be Final Fantasy. But the hope is Control. Alright, well that's it then. See y'all later.